And go denyo. Oh, what that day. This is the voice of the Patriot, where we speak truth to power. Now here we don't criticize, but if we must, it would only be on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. Again here, we are not neutral. We have taken sides, the side of the truth. That is why we are affectionately called the headquarters of the truth. This is the voice of the Patriot, where we speak truth to power. And today we have a number of stories we want to look at, and I need you to come along. It's our daily editorial, Opinionated. This is 3FM 92.7 in living stereo, your earband lifestyle radio. Now I'm reading this from Ghana Web, and it says, how did she get into parliament? Kwesi Pratt slams NP over budget ignorance. And I read, veteran broadcaster Kwesi Pratt has expressed his disappointment with the member of parliament from Trobo constituency, Gloria Owusu, following a statement the NP made after the 2026 budget presentation. Now, in a video shared on X on November 6, 2025, Kwesi Pratt questioned how the Trobo MP Gloria Owusu became a parliamentarian. Now, according to the veteran journalist, Gloria Owusu's submission is in a media interview immediately after the budget was presented to Ghanaians on November 13, 2025, shows that she is ignorant of the Constitution. I saw a video of a lady, an NPP member of parliament, who was asked to comment on the budget, and she was like, we should go to the market. The prices are the same. Nothing has changed. And I was wondering how this woman got into parliament. Why? This woman is an Article 17 office holder. She is sitting in parliament and doesn't know that what she was read to was the 2026 budget. She doesn't know that as of yesterday, the budget hadn't been approved. I know that this question Comrade Kwesi Pratt Jr. is asking is a rhetorical one. In fact, the quality of parliament that we have in Ghana is fast deteriorating. Can I say it again? The quality of parliament we have in Ghana is fast deteriorating. In other words, it's fast dwindling into oblivion. In other words, it is fast becoming a mirage. In other words, it is fast dissipating into thin air. My brother, my sister, in the days when parliamentarians walked into the parliament and represented the people of Ghana via their constituencies, those days parliament was taken serious. In the days when it was all about Ghana, parliament became the pedestal. Can I say it again? Parliament became the pedestal of patriotism, the foundation of patriotism. Today, my brother, my sister, a lot of parliamentarians are voted in there because they had money to spend and bribe. And these are not my words. Alban Bagbin himself bemoaned bribery in parliament. Canada, Japan bemoaned bribery in parliament. Blakk Samuel bemoaned bribery in parliament. Even Ayaraga bemoaned bribery in parliament. My brother, my sister, I can mention many more names. From the former majority leader in parliament, Osai Chairman Sabonsu, all the way down to many more Subin NP, and much more. My brother, my sister, Parliament has been plagued with bribery and corruption. Today is not about Ghana anymore. It's about the political parties. Today is not about Ghana anymore. It's about their own selfish whims and caprices. Today, my brother, my sister, the highest bidder is the one who gets voted into the Parliament House, not people who have the content to serve the nation, the energy to serve the nation. If what Kennedy Japan said is anything to go by, the Parliament of Ghana right now is cheap. And if a sitting MP could open his mouth and say this, who am I to deny it when the fish comes out of water to tell me when the crocodile sleeps it snores? Quar, quar, quar. I don't live in water. I don't know how aquatic animals sleep. Therefore, I should actually be privileged to hear from the mouth of the fish that the crocodile sleeps with one eye open and snoring. Quar, quar, quar. It's a shame of a parliament, my brother, my sister. We saw so many different things in the Parliament House. In fact, that begged the question. Can I say some more? We saw how people's testicles were allegedly pressed in the Parliament House. Testicles, I'm told, were pressed in the Parliament House. We all remember how legs of tables were broken. Microphones that were bought using taxpayers' money broken by hooligans in Parliament. My brother, my sister, there was a committee set up to investigate that. Some people were fingered. Some were punished. My brother, my sister. But it looks like this menace is not going to end anytime soon, as long as we continue this kind of politics that is decided by who has the biggest money bag. Am I making sense? My brother, my sister, today in Ghanaian politics, it's not about the content of the head anymore. It's about the content of the pocket. Somebody write it down for me. I said, today in Ghanaian politics, it's not about the content of the head. It's about the content of the pocket. Whoever has the money to spend is the one who gets a seat in Parliament. My brother, my sister. So if Kwesi Pratt asks this very important question, it is just a way of reminding us how low we have descended. An MP in Parliament who is supposed to go and report back to the constituency says that, oh, this budget is a useless budget. It is very, very useless. Can't you see that it's a useless market? If you want, come and follow me. I'll take you to the market. You check the price of kenke, check the price of fish, check the price of anchor, check the price of dokuno, and you will see that this is a useless budget. This is a budget that is a long shot into 2026, I beg your pardon. The budget is not here to tell you that kenke prices have come down. The budget is not here to tell you what happened in 2010. It is telling you what we are looking at in 2026. It's a forecast. An MP doesn't seem to understand. And because every MP must be seen to be speaking, or else their constituencies will start asking, but where is our MP? Our MP doesn't seem to speak. They all have to speak whether they can make sense or not. My brother, my sister, it's about time we sat up and voted the right people into power. Stop all the tribal politics. Stop all the nonsense of having to pay money in order to be voted into power. That is killing us. And for Comrade Kwesi Pratt Jr., It is so good that we keep asking some of these questions in the interim. This is the voice of the Patriot. Now there is another story here I want to look at that is taken from graphiconline.com. It says, are our young girls porn stars now? And this is Captain Planet blasting tidal rave attendees. And I read it. Ghanaian musician Captain Planet took to X to express his shock and dismay at the revealing outfits worn by some attendees at the recent tidal rave event held at the La Palm Beach on Saturday, November 14. Now the artists questioned whether the young girls in question were models or porn stars, sparking a heated debate on social media. In his tweet, Captain Planet said, I just see some dressing from yesterday's tidal rave. Charlie, some of these small girls, I don't know whether them be models or porn stars. What the hell is happening in Ghana? Now the musicians' comments have elicited mixed reaction from fans and netizens, with some supporting his views and others accusing him of being old-fashioned and out of touch with modern fashion trends, particularly when the location for the event was the beach. Now the incident has reignited the debate on dress code and decency at public events, particularly those attended by young people, while some argue that attendees should be allowed to express themselves through their clothing choices, and in this instance a beach party. Others believe that certain dress standards should be maintained, especially in a society where cultural values and norms are still highly respected. I saw how Captain Smart, did I say Captain Smart? Captain Planet grew in his music, and I know the impact he made with the 4x4 group. I know how they grew from the mentorship of Bookback all the way into metamorphosing into 4x4, and how they even went solo and tried to bring the group back, which is still in oblivion. He was one of the most entertaining of the group in terms of stage performances. My brother, my sister, I am still hurt that 4x4 has not been able to come back together again. But it is what it is. What shall stand, shall stand. My brother, my sister, what Captain Planet is saying makes some sense to me. Maybe I'm also old-fashioned. Yes, I like to see beautiful bodies. If I don't tell you that, I'm lying. Sometimes I just go to the beach, not just to chill out with the seawater and fresh breeze, but also to admire nature. Hallelujah. Yes, nature. To admire nature. Nature is admirable, isn't it? I am a writer. I create things in my mind. I love to imagine. So, when I go out, I look and watch a lot. I watch and pray. Hallelujah. My brother, my sister, when I go to the beach, I see all types of shapes and sizes. Oh gosh. Some of them are guitar shaped. Some are bell shaped. Oh, my brother, some are slim and tall. They might look shapeless, but my brother, they are trendy. We look at all these things to keep our groove on. My brother, my sister, as a man, it is for me to admire nature. Hallelujah. But the big question is, when there is a certain program that is held Is it for everybody? At the gate, do they stop the underage from coming through? Certainly not. Parents can go in there with their children. Underage people can still go because it's entertainment. And of course, when they see some of these things, I don't think that they bargain for those. I saw some of the pictures and videos, and I was overwhelmed. Much as I want to imagine, much as I want to see, much as I want to admire nature, there are some things that are disgusting. Can I say this? Right now, some of our young ladies believe that the more naked they are, the more fashionable they become. Hallelujah. Right now, a lot of our young ladies believe that they will not be able to land a man until they go naked. Even in the music scene. Right now, it's not about how well you can sing. It's about how naked you can be. We see female artists get on stage, and we don't need a microscope to count their pubic hair. Hallelujah. Can I say that again? I'm saying, right now I go out to watch some of our female artists performing, and I do not need Galileo Galilei's telescope to count the pubic hair that they carry. Everything is plain like daylight. No wonder, my brother, my sister, a few years back, an artist whose name I would not want to mention came on stage, and a single photograph ended her career. Do you all remember this artist? One Ghanaian artist. She performed at the Dome. They claimed it was a wardrobe malfunction. Whatever she was doing before she came on stage, only God can tell us. And when her name was mentioned, she probably had to stop whatever she was doing backstage in order to rush on stage. And when she came, in fact, all that kept her from being called naked was something skimpy around her waist. And one photograph ended her career. One photograph. It looked like she had gone to lie down on a laboratory table, exposing everything for a diagnosis. Hallelujah. That was what the photo looked like. My brother, today the music industry is no more about talent. It's about pornography. I support what this gentleman is saying. When was this guy born? When did he become old and even old-fashioned? But all of a sudden, when you criticize what the youth do, oh, the first thing is that you are old-fashioned. When they start going down the drain, then they run to the church and say that they have surrendered their lives to Jesus Christ. Better late than never, though. My brother, my sister, it's about time we started rejecting some of these things. If I go to any show and I see somebody unnecessarily show their nakedness, I walk out. If I want to see some form of that kind of excitement, I will go to the beach or I will drive straight into my bedroom. Hallelujah. My brother, my sister, let us not make entertainment synonymous with pornography. No, they are two different things. A lot of our artists now are going for BBL. They are pumping their breast and backside so that they can be bought. Their music can be accepted. Without that, their music is trash. Models can dress anyhow, all in the name of modeling. Yet these are the people who come back later and say, oh, rape cases have increased. Oh, these people, this country, the rape cases have increased. I am not making a case for rape. I'm not making a case for silly people to go out and prey on women who walk naked. But we must also understand that we were made to attract each other. In order not to unnecessarily attract each other at the wrong time, we need to clothe ourselves. Any which way. My name is Blakk Rasta, and this is the voice of the Patriot.